everyone! Today I'm going to show you the worksheets that my 3.5 years old have already done. They've already answered it all since they've just turned 3. Now, 6 months into homeschooling, I'm going to show you the worksheets and the activities that we've had so that you can also plan it for your 3 years old, or whatever age you start homeschooling your kids. This is just to give you some ideas on what activities to do and what they do if they go to FS1 in British curriculum or KG2. Yes, you want to join me? So my 3.5 years old is here now. First of all, it has been easy for me to homeschool them. You want to sit down? Please take a chair, please. It has been easy for me to homeschool them because I sent them to a nursery for 2 months. I did not do it intentionally. I thought I could just send them to school and everything would be good at that point. But for our family, the best decision was to homeschool my younger ones, and it actually made it easy for me to homeschool them because in the nursery they learn how a teacher behaves and how they should behave around a teacher. And so right after they stopped going to nursery, which was only two months or 2 months and 2 weeks, they immediately just love to sit down with me. And I immediately have to hurry up in producing all these materials that I'm going to show you. Most are not yet shown. I still have to keep doing videos of them, and I hope it can help you. I know how hard it is and how overwhelming it is to put the education of your kids on your shoulders, and we are all not trained to be teachers, but we are the parents, and we know what is best for our kids, and I'm just here to show you what I have done and what could be good idea for you to teach your kids. So here I have in this folder some of the sheets that they've done in the nursery. It's just coloring. So for 2 months they've also done activities there. It's just coloring. Yeah, the first few months of our homeschooling, they really love coloring, and from the coloring activities alone, whenever we start homeschooling, I just bring out the paintbrush and the watercolor and crayons, and from there they learned all the names of the colors. I don't even have to worry about coloring activity, naming colors and all. It's just from daily coloring activity with them. This is the latest one. This has been like 1 month ago when I started to switch onto phonics already, because they have learned all the letters and sounding out the letters. So I wanted to just focus more. This is what happens in the FS1. They have to learn the A and then how it sounds and color and the formation of the letter. Queen, and this is just stamping activity. There are many ways to make to reach your goal, guys. You don't need to just you don't need to just keep making them write or color. There are many ways like stamping. It's just a way to make learning fun for the kids, especially this age. You just really have to be you just really have to find ways to keep doing the same goal but in a different way. This is one of my kids. This is our Arabic and phonics here. You can see, guys. If you have seen my How to Teach Your Kids Arabic video, you can see there some techniques that I've used to teach my kids Arabic, and they are all based on how they do it in my eldest one, my 6-year-old kid's school when he was doing FS1. So I'm just flipping through it. My daughter here beside me is getting bored, so I have to hurry up with it. Look into how I teach my kids Arabic videos, and you can see how you can do it yourself. This is number. In FS1, that's around 3 years old to 4 years old. They expect the kids to, at the end of the school year, to know 1 to 10, and to really know, like for instance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have to know that the 5 is the proper answer, and not just rote counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 2 years old can do that, but for 3 to 4 years old, they have to know the proper number value, not just the number value. So this is number 6. So she tried her best here. I have more to show through. So some letters, guys, that I really need to reiterate reiterate, I have to find creative ways to just make an activity about it. So this is ga and the ka. So cat and then the girl. So we just make it fun. This is pirate, pirate, and we've stuck many other things here that start with pa, and some are lost now. This is the letter activity. If you've seen what's inside my homeschool box, those are the materials that it's like the backbone of our homeschooling. It's like what I intentionally have to teach them and to be able to teach them at the end of the school year. I must tell you that when my eldest child went to school, by the time FS1 school year finished, he is able to read 3-letter words, all of them. And that happens because of this next video that I'm going to show you. And this is now what's going on with my 3 years old. Hey, don't do that. So guys, I'm showing you each of my twins have their own folders. And whatever is, what happened? That's not nice, Aaron. Please, come here, sis. Come here, Amanda. Come sit down beside Mama. They are around me here playing with the puzzles, but my 2 years old is, 2 years old. Come here, stay with Mama. I want you to sit here if you want. You want to sit there? Okay. You want to sit there? Okay. So this is the letter activity. Ba. So this is, they have to recognize the letter ba and just put a circle around it. And they have to sound out the letter ba for the baseball bat. So all of these ideas are from my son's 6 years old kid's school. He was going to the university. So having that experience, moms, it really made me feel at ease at my homeschooling journey. You know, if it wasn't before that, I wouldn't be confident homeschooling my kids, because how would I know what is expected at that age? What happened? What?
I need the homework.
You need to color? Okay, I'll give you something, okay? Here's your pen.
Okay.
I have your crayons. One way also to make your life easier as a homeschooling mom is to really have a big shelf. You must have a lot of shelving in your home. It makes life easy. So this is just coloring activity. These are just from the pages of activity books you can buy from 1 to 10 dirham shops. They were really helpful for me. This is
What this one?
this is your crayons. They're all inside.
What this one?
You don't want this one, right? Okay. Yeah. So I don't want. Okay. Oh, this one is nice. So octopus. This is an activity about octopus and everything that.
Mama, I
Yes?
want the door.
I can give you another one, Aaron.
Door.
Okay, I'll give one to Aaron. Okay. I'll give you another one, Aaron.
No, Mama.
No.
Door.
Stop crying, please.
I made that door.
Okay, I'll give you another one. Who wants this? This is my chair. Yeah.
Mama,
Yeah.
I made the. That is not the door.
You want to have this one? It's nice.
I made the
You
door.
need a girl. How about this one? This has a cute girl and bear.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is for Aaron.
Mama,
This is like my compilation of
I made the
pages that I know I'll be using soon. And some pages lose parts of sheets like this where anyone can be entertained for a few minutes if I'm not into them at that moment. I'm not teaching them at that moment. So this is an activity of umbrella. So you have to circle that. Then this is just their drawing. I mean, they colored it. My 6 years old drawing. They're just coloring. Some fun activity to really make learning fun for them at that moment. We just created this together. They pasted it. Each one of them made it. That drum.
Mama.
Yes? You want to color too?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the what's in my homeschool box, you can see some example of this. This is how they do it. Glass. They have to circle the letter that starts with that letter that I'm telling them. So for this one, it's the glass. And as you read, you say glass. Go. Though it should be 3-letter words at that moment, but I just show them, and they just have to see and find where's the gap. No, you share that one. That's a bucket full of crayons. It's for you. So this is our activity. What's inside this one? This must be duck. What's inside this one? This must be the. This is one of the activity you can do with them, with your kids. These are all the stuff that starts with duck. So something that you can make with your foam, and you cut it together. They will give you the ideas that they have, and then we draw it for them at that point. They were just 3 years old, so it's okay. This is a number activity. See, for a 3 years old, that's a big achievement already. Trying their best to do that. You want to have that one? How about this one? Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Mama.
Whose work is this? They love painting at that point, so they use paint instead of You can see their improvement as you look back to all the things they've done. And I kept everything in folders like this. It's just more convenient that way, that I know I never throw anything out. And I know I can look back.
Mama,
All the pens. So these are it. These are the phonics activity. This is a coloring activity. Aaron, you will have to have your own share, please. You cannot do this anymore. I'm just flipping through. These are all just painting. I separate the painting activities compared to the academics. You cannot move. Okay. Happy, Aaron? Can you do this one? You want to do this one? Okay. So this is our activity for the snake, star, and things like this makes it easy to do if you have like a box of crafts materials. And whatever you think, everything is there. It's possible, so you don't have to worry that you cannot just think of something and do it. If you have a box full of craft materials, any basic materials like this, and just paint or draw on it and make a formation, would be great help. It will be fun for your kids. These are our activity arm. So I made lots of activities for them for letters that starts with that letter of the week that we have. And this is parts of the body, the head, the body, the arm. This is just to show them how to make their own, how to start scribbling proper people. This is for the sun, ant, apple. This is how they have to stick the letters of their name. They did the sticking by themselves. I cut it for them, but they have to follow it. So they have to find the letters, and as they do that every day, I expect in a year that they know how to write their name, or they know how to do their name. And do it daily, and they see their name daily on the worksheets that they do. It's a good activity for them. Nothing is being forced in my kids. Everything has to be fun. I don't want them to hate sitting with me in the table. That's the worst thing I would want to happen, because it will be hard to homeschool kids who are not willing, who are not loving to sit with you and to stay in a table with you. You know, that's one thing that differs between homeschooling and going to school. If they go to school, even just a single friend that makes their life happy there, it motivates them to keep going to school. But if you are homeschooling, you're the only one they can rely on. There's no one else that makes them happy. So everything has to be fun for that age. Everything has to be happy. That should be your main goal, moms. It has to be happy. Ow! What happened?
Ow!
Oh. So this is for the meal, and this pink, and this for the roar. You see the scribbles here, ladies? That's what we can expect with 2 years old. Though they always, this is the priority anyway, to find out which letter it is, and to circle and to know and identify that letter. And as they do it, you read it to him like like that. Meal, pizza. So these are at that point I don't have much craft materials yet. It was not yet in many of the shops. So it was all very basic like this. I just draw and then they paint over it. The shapes make it fun for them to not just look at a square paper. They really have to see these figures, and it makes it fun at that point. There was never a problem. Carrot, pants, girl. And this is the nest. Whenever they see nest, they only see egg. So they don't you know, in most workbooks, the example of the N is nest, but they always say it's egg, not nest. So we have to have this activity. This panda, and this is again all the coloring materials. Yeah. Okay. So I make the video short, but all that you see is all that I have. It's just two times because I have 2 girls. Whatever is in this folder is in this folder too. So guys, if you have ideas from that, make it for your kids. It will be more fun for them to learn, and it makes your homeschooling successful and more. And okay, say bye.